We're finally back with the last part of Case 4, the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So let's get her started. See if we can finally find our edgy boy not guilty. Okay, December 27th, 2:11 p.m, Wright & Co. Law Offices. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. We gotta protect our boy. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Maybe next time. Maybe next time, Larry. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yeah, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, hello, what's he talking about? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Useless. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry. Spring, end of the 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was very small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. Oh, flashback. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Thief. Give the money back, you're such a meanie. No one play with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not going to play with you anymore. Yeah, and no more borrowing my razor. You shouldn't be allowed in the relay lace. Or the committee, give me back my 50 cents you loaned. Well. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Ugh. That was a wordful trying to get those out. That went too fast. Go over and apologise, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologise. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologise. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Yeah, it's edgy. Edgy saving the day. Miles? Oh, he's got a little bow tie. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologise. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honour, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Where's Larry? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over, so they never find out who actually took it. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So, I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. After the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defence attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defence attorney, just like my father. A famous defence attorney. And he did, sort of. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The Dl6 Incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Damn. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he had become. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. That's some determination. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believe in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick. Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if that's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go to the boat shop then. December 27th, Gold Lake Park, entrance. Ooh, it's Gumshoe. Hey pal, long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No prob, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Ugh. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotto was camping? Why not? The woods are off limits to camping and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotto's in a lot of trouble. Oh my lord. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay. Well, we don't have to go that way right now, so that's okay. Oh. Gold Lake Public Beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is... Oh, yeah, the samurai statue's gone. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Okay, boat rental shop. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I know that clearing up. Is that it? It's Grossberg. Okay. Aha, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? What? Mr. Grossberg? This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Ho ho ho, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye-bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Guess let's go check inside. The parrot's still here. Nobody's home. Hello, hello. Squawk! Yeah. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. Squawk! I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, hello. Squawk! That's harder to do every time. Oh, let's... Can we break into his safe while he's not here? That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Squawk. Squawk. I couldn't even do it that time. Let's open it up, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aww. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something valuable in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Ooh, what's it say? Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth, calling Edward out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. Ooh. I wonder who sent them. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. It definitely is. It definitely proves that Edgeworth did not do it, beyond all doubt. I'm gonna go show it to him. Is he still at the detention center? Yeah. December 22nd, detention center, visitors room. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Okay. let's show him our new letter. Oh, thanks. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So, he was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the Dl6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? What the hell? Yogi. All I can think of is the bear. The suspect in the Dl6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Okay. Wait, we'll go top down. Hey Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me and you want me to defend criminals. I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes. That man trapped in an elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond, our dead guy. Oh, why hello. Hi, Spider Elijah. You behaving? On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all my memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He is my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. Even though he's trying to get you thrown in jail, son. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding? So tell us about Yogi. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Oh yeah, they had the earthquake. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed that oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right? Yeah. There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? Oh, I think I've had an idea of what's gone down. A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fever sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe, you're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air, I'll stop you. What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! No, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Oh, he did. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang. I think he did it. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. I think Edgeworth shot his dad. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of Dl6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the Dl6 incident, maybe... There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about Dl6. Who else knows about it? Oh! Grossberg, he had all the stuff on his desk! Duh! Okay. Oh, still hasn't got a replacement painting. Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I'm not making the same noise. I see. Okay, so we filled him in. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. Only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, Well... Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deeper grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired and the deed was done. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Oh, we can talk about his dad. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an excellent man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And? He lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. Okay, let's talk about their mom. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet, Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. So he tried to save Miles from beyond the grave. Christ. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. I mean, damn. We'll show him the letter too. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The one thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially, he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Oh. We've seen it before. So it would either be Miles or Manfred, but Miles wouldn't set himself up. So it only been Karma? Could it have been Manfred von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. That would be a hell of a twist. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was correct. Manfred von Karma. Why? What does that mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Oh, 2 seconds, forgive me. Why? If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. How would he know that? He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet, I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What do you mean? What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of the faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Oh, so he tarnished his reputation. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Van Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Ooh. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Van Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd, he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Van Karma is going to bring up Dl6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to Dl6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright? I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But, Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Plus, he was a kid. He can't be jailed for that now as an adult. Maybe. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg? Thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Ooh, police material. Oh, okay. We can... Wait. I was gonna go to the police and get their record room, but apparently not. 1 day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. But... do we have it now? Oh, now we have it. Okay. I want to go to their record room. They'll have all their documents. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late, looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again? Well now, I can't have you just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Van Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Van Karma? Yeah, he just arrived actually. Van Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Okay. Records room, there we go. December 27th, Police Department Records Room. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Van Karma. Ooh, you're right. Ooh. I have this though. Why is it open? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. Van Karma. The label says unsolved cases. Evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick, the file for Dl6, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Eek. Van Karma? You! How do you know my name? This dude straight up forgot who she was. Have we met? What are you saying? He literally got her thrown out of court like yesterday. We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Can we talk to him? He looks so creepy. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer is amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma? You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Well, damn, we got us there. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up Dl6 in court tomorrow. Ooh. Do you think we should show him the letter? Just to be real sassy and to show him we've got proof. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder? Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. We're getting a confession! So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? He's got a taser! A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. Ooh. 60? 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually. Now give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you... Nick, run! He tasered her! Oh my god! Maya! Out of my way. Oh, we both got hit. Oh, we're down. That's gone bloody hurt. Ugh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the Dl6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya? Maya, open your eyes. Maya? Oh, she's alive. It's fine. It's fine. No stress. The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya! Ugh. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya! She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? Dl6 Incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Just that phrase, Maya jumped him. Dl6 bullet stashed in a pocket, taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, still bears clear ballistic markings. Okay. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're the most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Ooh, to be continued. Okay, we're on to the trial. The last trial. Oh, yes, please. Oh, no, I saved it once. December 28th, 9:51 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. They like to move around the defendant lobbies, don't they? This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What? What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. Oh, we got zapped. Okay. Static shock. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. It's our boy. Edgeworth is looking glum, as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. He's gonna wreck my boy. Whoa. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal. Oh, I got gumshoe on the way out. What's gotten into that gun? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I felt pretty good. Oh, hi, Maggie. Good morning. How you going? Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh, you're tired, Maggie? Oh, no. That makes sense. It's what? 6 AM? That's pretty fair to be tired. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Oh, obviously you might have missed it, Maggie, but our prosecutor, Von Karma, tased me. Absolutely tased me, knocked me out. Maya is permanently just shocking everyone from static electricity. Yeah, we don't like him right now. Never did, but you know. Right. Well, we have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness? Why did you run away yesterday? Church. The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Zoom? Why I left court? I'm really sorry, just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Well, that's not entirely true. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Cross-examination time. Maggie? Yeah, I did. Now we're all chill. We're still friends. There's literally no stress, honey. You're all set. Oh. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. That's okay. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I beg to differ. Oh, I didn't mean that one. Press. Hold it. You lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep. Seems like it. Seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. Objection. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Can't. He stole it. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one? But we think you do. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. Maggie, I was okay with that. No, it was no bother. You didn't bother me at all. Oh, 2 seconds. Hold on. Stretching. I'm just having a drink. Okay, I'm back. Back in already. Okay. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Objection. Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Maggie, so how is you? I am good. I'm feeling fairly lazy today, I'll admit, but I had a good day. Yourself? You excited for your bath? How could I prove he's lying? I don't think the bullet really. Otherwise it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Oh, yes. Yes, Your Honour. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honour. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honour. Ho ho! Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. Oh, it's Yanni. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh. Yanni Yogi, from the Dl6. Oh, Judge knows about Dl6 too. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It's such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honour, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Objection. Tisk. Jump into conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how dare you propose to prove this to the court? How do you propose to prove this to the court? Kirby, catch your leader. This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Is it? Your Honour? Please take this man's fingerprints. Because they'll be in the system. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tusk. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. Did he burn them off with acid or something? What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. Oh my god, he burned off his fingerprints. I burned my fingers working with the stuff for you. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. I mean, you can do it, but you don't just need fingerprints. I mean, you're sure to have like his DNA on file. Maybe like you get like a teeth mold and put it against his dental records. I know that one's a little bit meh, but you know. No. Tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided. No? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are you going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. I mean, it's not very common now, is it? What do I do? Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright? Perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, huh? Oh, Polly would know! Polly will know. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Let's do it. Let's get the birdie in. Wait a second. Oh, yes. Cross-examine his parrot. What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Hell yeah, we are. Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal. Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. What if it is this trial? Order! Okay. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Objection! Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Hell yes, I do. Let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And you told us it was okay. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. But you can't rig a bird. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Silence. Name. The witness is ignoring me? It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Who is your owner? Nothing. Hello. Squawk! There we go, I sorta did it. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? I mean, we need to say Polly's name to get it to answer a question. Hello. There's only one thing to press. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Start with your name. Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly. Squawk. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Fascinating. You claim that the parent's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, Don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Jnana Yogi. All we have to do is name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parent's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Oh. I mean, what's the parent say? Maybe the case file? Can I check? Oxygen. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. He named his bird after his fiancée. If that's not it, I don't know what is. The Dl6 case file? Objection. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Jnana Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honour. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Objection. Bah. A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Totally should have turned around being like, yes. To prove my point, yes. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness, you may continue. There's literally nothing written there, so do I just keep doing this one? Witness, you can't just say... it's the exact same one. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Okay, have we forgotten something? What's the safe number? Maya, I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. Okay. My, what a reckless parrot. Wait. Is there anything in our court record for that? Sorry, it's just dawned on me. It's the date. The date it went down. Christ. Okay, well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. It do. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? We're going right back to our case file. It's got all our answers. The Dl6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number? The very first page. It's on the case summary page. the case summary. Specifically, the date on which the Dl6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah, he used the date of the Dl6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honour. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Objection. Bah, that is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 001 because I'm number 1. Oh my lord, don't tell us your card number, boy. Tell us your social security number next. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Objection. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. This man's like alert now. I'm done. Nit, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order. Yanni Yogi, so was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. You didn't even try to hide that. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma. Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honour. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? Okay, 2 seconds. Forgive me. There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? None from me. None for him. And none for the dude we hate. I don't believe it. Why isn't Van Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. So our boy is saved, but something tells me it's not going to be, something's going to go wrong. That is all. This court is adjourned. See. Did someone just say objection? It was. That wasn't Van Karma. Oh, did our boy Edgy do it himself? Oh my god. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth. Oh, why? It was going so well. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick. Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the Dl6 Incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh. What do I do? Do I stop him? I mean, he was like 9 years old when it happened. I doubt they're gonna... I doubt... They won't. But... I'll back up Edgeworth if we need to. No, I'm sure Edgeworth has fought about this long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Okay. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. I'm sure... I mean, Edgy's got this. He'll be fine. For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know. It wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the Dl6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for Dl6, the statute of limitations, which ends today. The culprit is me. It's not your smartest move, boy. You could have waited till tomorrow. Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Ugh. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. Bloody hate this man. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Oh, December 28th, 2:24 PM. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh, I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Yeah, you really did, son. You really bloody did. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. Oh. Maggie, so I had training issues? Oh, what were the issues? Was it all good? Well, obviously it wasn't all good, you had issues, but, you know. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. Why? I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it? He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right? 2:30 p.m. Okay. We gotta get our boy off scot-free. We just gotta. Sorry, Maggie. You tried it? What did they do? Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the Dl6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? Nah. No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Okay. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Oh, I didn't do his voice. Forgive me. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. Please. Okay, the Dl6 incident. 1 second, Maggie. Oh, so you have to get like a secondary phone just so you can like converse with the people at work? Wait, so the app can only be on your phone? It can't be like on like the work laptop or anything? Oh, sorry, I'm gonna finish this up and then we'll have like a proper chat. Yeah. Okay, Dl6 Incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a stream. then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Ugh. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please? Yes, Your Honour. Okay. That day, I'd gone to the courtroom to reserve my father. Yeah. I was going to leave. Earthquake struck. Yep. Lost their composure and began to argue. Something heavy, which is probably the gun, flew at your feet. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. Can I present anything? What did it say in... Air in elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of the incident. No clues found on the scene. Defense attorney trapped in an elevator returning from lost trial with son. 1 bullet wound found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. So he would have heard 2 gunshots, not a single one. Are you sure you only heard 1 gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honour, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. Objection. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Oh, bloody hell, what was it? Check. Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honour, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Do we have anything? I mean, 1 bullet was pulled out of his heart. Oh, it was pulled out of his heart, so it didn't go straight through him. So how is there a hole in the door? It's okay, we got it. We got proof. We got proof. Your Honour, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? I sure do. Look at this photograph. This is the photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. It'd be this bad boy. Take that! As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. Objection. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the Dl6 Incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Okay. I can do that. No clues found on the scene. Okay. What are you getting at, mate? Not a single clue was found on the scene. Okay. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. But it's in the elevator. It went through the elevator door. So you wouldn't find the bullet in the elevator. It'd be outside of the elevator. Did they look there? He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. I'm sorry, what else could make a bullet hole other than a bullet? Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. Doesn't mean it didn't exist. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defence's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Ugh. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. I mean, it's got to be somewhere. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I mean, they did! I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick? Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honour. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I mean, we can't just let him go. I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? I mean, we're not just gonna just leave it. We're gonna try something. Your Honour, I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Shaking head. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Oof. Nick. I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. Ugh. It must exist. The second bullet... What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. Mia's coming back. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honour. The second bullet, it existed. What? But we just heard proof that it did not exist. I realise that, Your Honour. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. Objection. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? The murderer had to find it. The murderer didn't need it. I mean, he wouldn't have needed it. But it could have been just like a trophy thing. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Bah. The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. We don't want to admit it, but it's true. Ugh. Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy! Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honour. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance. For instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Even though I think that's a bit far-fetched, mate. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work. Yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside. Yes. What? So there's like a fourth person in this now? The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved in the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. I just thought of something. Really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Whoa. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that. Oh! Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of... Was Von Karma did it? What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the Dl6 Incident. So then he took Miles Edgeworth in to train him as like guilt? What? He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it? Yeah, screw it. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Ugh, my hands are shaking. The what? Von Karma. Boom, let it all out there. We are not letting Edgy go to jail. No. No. Okay. You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah. You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under knife? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Ugh. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Could he still have the bullet in him? Ugh, nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright? Can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? I mean, we have a bullet. We could at least fake it. Alright, Von Karma. I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how much you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... we'll do the Dl6 bullet. The one from the very day. What exactly is that? Sorry. Judge, if you would. Right. Penalty! That didn't work. Can we metal detect Von Karma? Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Please let his arm beat. Is that even possible for all these years? Yeah, that's possible. Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Oh, he's stressing. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside? Oh, he's done for. Order! 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 Your Honour, the defence requests that we be allowed to use a metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitation runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Got his own words against him. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Please make a noise. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the Dl6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to Dl6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation. That's your whole thing, son. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from the Dl6 incident? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the Dl6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. We have the bullet. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. I mean, if we take the bullet out of Von Karma's arm, we can compare it to the original one. What? You were close. 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the Dl6 incident. And here's my final proof. We can compare the two bullets. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the Dl6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term, it came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyse both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? He mad. He's so mad. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air, I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. Edgeworth shot Von Karma. Oh my lord. It's that scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Oh, he losing his mind. Only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death. Oh. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you'll have to be penalised. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me? Penalised? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honour. You are innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honour. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty twice in one trial. That is all. This court is adjourned. Are you not going to make the other dude guilty? 5:38 PM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right? Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoop. Whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party! Dinner's on me! Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop. I feel foolish. You whooped. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey y'all! Lotta! You're all great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar if there's no one there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keontae. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that. All his girlfriends go off to Paris. Like London. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you came along tonight too. My treat, pal. Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's a suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? Think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. That's the lunch money. $38 exactly? Nick? Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38? No. Larry, it was you! That whole time it was him. What are you so surprised about, Wright? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. This kid. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth? You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Ugh. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you got worked up too easily too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Now this is definitely a friend relationship right here. Man, if only I'd known, I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes to me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch, right? Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner on me. Do we get a photo? A photo with the fam? Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Wait, did he go back to the detention centre? December 29th, 5:02 AM, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Okay. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday, don't we all? My head hurts. It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't, I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Okay. Goodbye? What time is it? Ugh. The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. Excuse me. This looks like my station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick? Maya? So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. And I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the only one who stopped. You were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Oh, she got the bullet for us. And she took the stun gun. The girl took a stun gun for us. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to Dl6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Bye-bye. She's gone. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? I like these credits, they're cool. Sorry, Meg, I had read a thing, sorry. I wanted to wait till the end to talk to you about it, I'm sorry. Nick. Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Who? Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Playing in programming. Oh, the bartender. Phoenix Wright, Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that. Ava Dartful. Oh, you should know, I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. I've forgotten everyone's accents. Oh, it's you, Phoenix Wright. Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Some stunning music. Phoenix Wright. Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Well, I'm not reading that fast. That's not happening. And that's not true. You can have some famous Phoenixes. You got Joaquin Phoenix. I'm pleased to announce that Pink Princess is a hit. I'm sure I owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public's eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. Publicity. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but she didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of a place is she living at, anyway? Oh, the manual. Okay. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Oh, Will Powers is still the Pink Princess, okay. Producer. Sorry, I don't want to butcher any of their actual names. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real? Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. It was probably like Mia or something, wasn't it? The executive producer. It is! Oh, look at him. Oh, I want to save that. Oh, look at him. Capcom! Rise from the ashes. A brand new episode has been added. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure there was a fifth one. Saving. Do not turn off system. Yes, please. Boom! So that is the end of case 4. Hot damn! I'm so happy we got Edgeworth out of the lion's den. He's all finished. But yeah, so that's that one for now. Probably be back episode 5 along the line.